I'm gonna go in and start to blend out our side hose. Like if this was our main, you know, hello. That was so stupid. All right, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about basically my contouring updated routine. Obviously you guys know I love doing my beginner series where I go really in depth, so that's exactly what this is gonna be, but it's just basically an updated version of my contour routine that I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've kind of perfected at this point. It looks very, very natural. I'm gonna talk about all of the products I use, why I use it, the order I use it, what tools I use, everything like that. So yeah, if you wanna learn how to contour like a pro, then just keep watching. I had like a tea and I burnt my tongue and it literally hurts so bad, but I'm gonna try to power through this. Okay, so we're actually going to start this contour routine with concealer. I know that seems kind of out of place, but your contour really does start with your concealer. Basically, you're using concealer as obviously to conceal any blemishes, or like I have a little scar right here, some scarring on my chin. I'm gonna use it to conceal that, but also to highlight, and then that is going to lead us into the contour. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer under the eyes in the shade Medium Peach. And we're just gonna go in. You know what? I'm gonna do this the right way. If I'm in a rush, I'll go straight from the applicator, but when I really want to do a good job of concealing and contouring, then I'll actually go in with a little concealer brush and use patting motions to place down this concealer. Another tip, I forgot to mention this, the concealer needs to be at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation color, and then your contour, whatever you use for your cream contour, should be at least 1 to 2 shades darker than your foundation color. I've mentioned that before, but I just want to mention again since this is my beginner tutorial. And then for my little blemishes, I'm gonna go in with the Dior Forever Skin Correct. This is a new concealer, so obviously for any, you know, blemishes around the face, not counting the middle of the face, you want to use a concealer that's closer to your skin tone, because then it's gonna, you know, not highlight it, and it's just gonna blend in better with your foundation. So I'm gonna go in and start to blend out the side concealers, you know, our side hose. Like if this was our main, you know, do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like I'm so stupid sometimes, but do you know what I'm trying to say here? And you actually want to let your concealer dry down a little bit, because that's what's going to give it even more coverage. When it dries down and then you start to blend it, it can really disperse onto skin, whereas if it's super wet, it's just going to get soaked up by the blender. So definitely do that. And then we're going to start our contouring process. I've been obsessed with the Milk Makeup matte bronzer stick. This has been an amazing cream contour for me to use. It's so easy to use, super, super natural, and it's actually on the lightweight side, so it just blends out really easily. So what I do is I'm gonna take it on this brush right here. This is my favorite brush for this step, but unfortunately I don't think they make this exact brush anymore, because I had been looking for it and I can't find it anywhere. So I assume that they don't make it anymore. I'm not sure, but I will link like different similar shaped brushes to this if I can. So this one is this one is the Morphe G40. That's what I was trying to get out. But basically you just want to look for something that has this dome shape that's on the smaller side. So you definitely want something that's gonna fit right into the cheekbones. So what I do is I just go straight into our Milk Makeup stick and you start blending upwards right under the cheekbones. If you missed my video I did after Makeup by Ariel's masterclass, I have been doing that technique as much as possible, where you smile to bring the cheekbones out. I used to go like this and like bring this contour down towards the lips, but this, when you're like, do a little bit of that, it actually sticks out the cheekbones where they naturally would. And so when you're smiling or posing for photos, your cheekbones look a lot more natural, I guess you could say, because you're not just taking it in a straight line like a kissy face would. So smile, blend upwards, and always, always, always blend up. I don't want to see any of you guys blending like this for your contour, because you want to uplift the face. So that's why I'm stamping and then blending up. And because I have a round face, I do take this contour onto the sides here pretty close in, because that's gonna slim out my face. If you have a longer face that you want to make look rounder, then you can take this contour more on like this like arc way of the forehead. But if you have a rounder face that you want to make look more elongated, you want to focus the contour on the sides because that's what's going to slim it out. I feel like that was such a good tip, honestly. I mean, I really don't mean to toot my own horn here, but I feel like that was a game changer. At least it has been for me. Like, it truly has changed the game. Oh, sometimes I go into old habits, okay? Sometimes I go into a little old habit, I'm like, but no. And then I correct myself, and then I'm like this. I just take a little bit of the bronzer right at the top just to even things out, but I mostly keep it on the sides for my face shape. And obviously we want to snatch up this jawline, so you should take that cream bronzer. You know what, I'm gonna take these out just so you guys could see this step a little bit better. But you just want to go right here and really into that like socket underneath the ear. I'm gonna go in and blend out this concealer because it has been sitting on my face for quite some time now. I feel like I can usually do this quicker if I'm not filming, but obviously when I'm filming, especially when I'm doing these like beginner tutorials, I want to really go in depth as much as possible, so it takes me a little bit longer than would be ideal. You can really see how that combo and that placement already is snatching up our face, but it's not over yet. I'm gonna take a little bit more concealer, and this is NARS Macadamia Radiant Cream Concealer. And I just placed this right in the tear duct where I have the most darkness because I want that to be as canceled out as possible. Blend that out, and then once you have, okay, this is a really good tip, I'm not gonna lie. So when you have that excess concealer left over on your blender, you can take that and start to carve out this cheekbone area, and you'll see what a difference that makes. So I didn't pick up any extra product, obviously. I'm just using whatever was left over. Okay, and do you see how that automatically gives you that real big snatch? Please, somebody count how many times I've said snatch in this video, or snatched, because I feel like it's gonna be like over the moon. And you totally can, if you would like, go back in and blend upwards one more time. I feel like blending in general, like for any technique of makeup, blending, you could never have enough, like you can never do enough. It's always good to go back in and blend. And obviously I'm gonna go in and set everything down with our setting powder. Then we're gonna move on to the powder contouring section. So what I've been using lately is this Smashbox Cali contour. Really like it. It's nice and blendable, nicely pigmented. So I'm gonna take the contour shade from this guy, and this is another little secret weapon. Okay, a little secret weapon. I'm being so crazy. I literally just tapped this off on my water bottle. Like, why did I do that? I don't know. This is a MAC 168 brush. Another one that I use very often for this step is the Sigma Small Contour. This is a really good one for this step as well. But what you want to do with your brush, anything with an angle will also work if you have that at home already. What you want to do is literally just stamp it on. We're gonna blend this out with our bronzer, but I feel like this gives a little bit more dimension, but it doesn't look harsh. It doesn't look super unnatural. It just gives you like that a little extra lift in the cheekbones. Do you see how we're like really etching out the shape of the face? And then to blend that out, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Private Island Bronzer on my Sigma Beauty Roxette Arisa iconic bronze brush. This is seriously still my favorite bronzer brush of all time because the shape is just so perfect for really getting that flawless blend and making sure everything looks seamless. And even in a contour routine, it's very important to use the bronzer because that's what's gonna help you blend everything together. It's gonna help everything look nice and seamless. So you wanna take this and use circular motions to blend out the product that we already had down. Do you see how seamless that looks? Like, you look snatched, you look contoured, but it blends so nicely together. All right, so you just want to add on your blush and highlight and then go in with some setting spray. Whew. I love setting spray. That's like one thing that I cannot live without. Oh my God, do you see how even here, like everything just looks so blended, but it definitely looks So I'm just gonna let this dry, and then I'm actually gonna go in and finish off like the bottom of my eyes and my lips, and we'll be right back. All right, and there we have it. So nice and contoured, but still looking super natural. Snatch. But yeah, I hope you guys love this video. I will link all the products and everything down below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on if you haven't already, and let me know what else you guys want to see. I've really been wanting to do, I just got a little text, I've been wanting to do an updated version of this because I do feel like my technique has changed a lot, and it's super simple, but I just love how natural it looks. Cheekbones. They're here to stay. But yeah, love you guys so much. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.